So we had a marching band competition yesterday, and it went so much better than the other competitions we've been doing. We've been kind of like second to last in, I think, well, we only did 2 or 3 competitions, but in all of them, I think we were second to last. And this one, we did significantly better, like we're in the middle now, which is a really big relief. So we have this new brass instructor. He's really awesome. He's like really in your face, and he's been doing marching band and drum corps and stuff for like 20 years. And so he just like really like I was gonna show you what Jack was doing. He was like pawing at that quilt. I don't know why. But that's pretty cute. But yeah, the new brass instructor has like 20 years of experience, and he's just crazy good. And there's this one part of our show. It's the very first hit in part one, and it's just this big chord, big open, awesome, huge chord thing, and all the brass plays it. And I'd say we spent probably like 80% of our rehearsals with him, the brass instructor, on part one, and probably like another 70% of that time was spent on this one hit, like this one phrase in the opening. And so we've done this a lot. And we just never really got it how we wanted. Because the problem with our brass section, or our brass people, it's late. Can you tell it's late? The problem with our brass is that there's a lot of people who aren't very confident on their instruments, and so they don't play very loud, or they just don't play at all. So we just have kind of a weak sound, and the judges see all the brass on the field, and they don't hear all the brass on the field, and that impacts our music score in a negative way. So the brass instructor has been getting on us about playing louder and using like so much freaking air all the time. And yeah, so he was doing that today, and it was pretty weak actually starting off the sectional, and we just weren't playing very well. And we have this tuning exercise, and lots of people don't even like really have it memorized. And so we played it with the low brass. He was like, low brass, play this for me. And we played it. He was like, that's not very good. And what happens is if he works on something for a long time and he can tell it's not going to improve, he just moves on. He just kind of gives up. So he did that. He tried to get us to play louder, and he's just high brass. Let me hear it. And high brass is like, he does the same thing and he gives up. He's like, let's just play it together. And he gives another little motivational, like, you got to play louder at competition, you got to do well because you haven't been doing well. And then we played it, and it was so much better. I don't know what happened, but it was just so great. And that's kind of like the turnaround point. Like after that, everything was much better. And so we played that part that I just talked about in the beginning of the show, the first hit of the show. We played it, and he was like, that's good, but I want more. And we played it, and he said the same kind of thing. We did that like 2 times, and then he just cuts us off and yells, kill me, and brings us back in, and it just, it's the like best we've ever played it. And the trombones and the baritones were like actually blowing air, and it was like a really cool moment. We've never had a warm-up like that before a competition or a game or anything. So there was just kind of this energy in the air like the whole time afterwards. And even the woodwinds felt it. Like they don't even work with this brass instructor, but they heard the brass and they heard him yelling at the brass. And so we were all just like ready to go. And it was just great. And so we got there and we march it, and it's like the best we've ever done the show. And I mean, like, we're still not leading the other bands. Like, we're not in first or anything. But it's just so much better than it's been. The season was feeling a little bit dead before now, but now it's definitely got some new life in it. So that's just exciting for me today. I will see you later.